James is one of my one-to-one mentees on my mentorship program, and he's built some software as a service from scratch using AI, which a year ago was impossible. James, am I right in saying you're a non-technical founder? You've got no coding experience, no
Yeah,
real AI experience beyond a bit of ChatGPT or whatever. So you've approached this single-handedly, no devs, no code, just you and the AI agent. Is that correct?
that is correct. Yeah.
Okay.
So my background was not really using AI in any shape or form apart from occasionally editing a little video or asking it to write some text for me, and that was very basic before I started
Okay.
this journey.
Awesome. So if we just share a brief overview of your actual software. So if you want to share your screen, so is
Yep.
your software, and then you guys can see, I'll just allow that. So you can see how, like, what James has done, in my opinion, having built software as a service for the last 8 years or whatever it is, using human devs. I think this would have easily took two, 2 years with a two-man team and probably $300,000, maybe longer. In fact, with the AI element of it, you couldn't have done it maybe once upon a time either. So, right, okay. So talk us through it, James.
So my background is e-commerce. I've spent the last 6 years of my working career running my own e-commerce business. So that was on the likes of Amazon, eBay, and TikTok, and that's what I've all I've done. I've lived and breathed it for the last 6 years. And coming away from that space, I started this journey with yourself, Matt, and was looking at what I wanted to build or where I wanted to put my time into building a SaaS business.
So the
Uh,
idea is you drive click-through rates up, increase conversion, so you get more sales, so more visibility, more sales, plus compliance, plus saving time and admin headache of actually creating the listings and stuff, and essentially whether it's create an optimize an old listing or even generate a new listing, that's what your software does. Awesome. Show us around then. Give us a
yeah.
little quick
So
walkthrough.
this would be the user's dashboard. This will give of them some smart AWIS insights. It'll give them some scores on how they're doing, what are their percentages. It'll give them the screen where you can select which marketplace and the URL of the product you want to order. Say I've selected Amazon, I've done an Amazon URL and I've gone through it. It'll come up with a dashboard. It will tell them their overall score. So this product is a pretty good product. Overall, the score is pretty high. In the 92s is a high score. You'll very rarely get a product that hits 100 because things are always changing. SEO for Amazon is always changing. Things are always adapting. As we all know, Amazon changes their policies daily. It will analyze, so it will tell you things that you're doing well. It will tell you things that could do better. As this one is pretty good, it's mainly green. It'll give us some potential compliance problems. Give you
I just want to remind the people watching this, like James is no code founder. He's built this working tool with no code using just AI and no technical background. And yeah, I remember the first time I saw this in a much earlier version, I was gobsmacked. I was blown away. But like seeing how far it's come is like it's mind blowing. It's amazing. Go on, carry on, mate.
So yeah, then you've got your compliance dash. This will highlight keywords that potentially could be compliance issues if you don't have the legal right or any paperwork or etc. Again, we're not giving legal advice. We're just giving you an advice of what potentially could be a problem here. There is a lot of words on this product that potentially could flag as a problem if they don't have the right paperwork to say they can use it. SEO score and the overall performance. It talks here about keywords as this is the main drive for Amazon. Your keywords and the words that you're putting into your title, into your description. It talks to you about this, what could be better, how we could improve it, word counts, recommendations. Gives you a little overview of what is good and what isn't good. This is then giving some of the SEO keywords that have been added by our AI. This then is giving us the optimized version. So this is what's currently being displayed, and then this is what the AI is recommending.
So it literally gives you copy and paste in like improved listings essentially.
And then at the end, we're giving you your optimized roadmap. This is basically telling you what you should be looking at fixing, how you should be looking at fixing it, and giving you a step by step. So this charging cable, if we just go all the way to the end, You can see this one has a lot more things that potentially.
Yeah. So the worse you're listing, the more suggestions you're going to get from the tool.
And if you, for ever any reason, you're struggling to understand why this could be better, and maybe you might disagree, or you have another question of why you're recommending this, or how could I make this better, we have something called AWIS that I've just clicked on at the top that then will bring up the product and the audit that you've just done. So this is has all the information of that audit we've just ran, and then you can ask it some key questions. For example, why is my SEO score so low? You can send it. It sends a response to it. It will then analyze the information, the data we provided, and then it will come back with a response.
So
Each user,
you've kind of got like a copywriting, SEO, compliance expert kind of built AI built into this that you can have a conversation with through the tool as well, which is
yep.
awesome.
And you can ask multiple questions. You can either ask a key question that's already on there, or you could ask it your own question. It's just giving that a little bit more advanced information to expand on it.
Again, I've got to reiterate, anybody watching this, James has done that with no code, just natural language AI. In fact, I supply human coders as part of the mentorship program, and nobody, not a single person in my mentorship or group coaching program have had a dev look at a single line of code. So as much as they've got access to them to ask them questions, nobody's done it, needed any code. So like it's all AI, what you've just seen there. So amazing. Cool. So I remember what was it? You were about 3 weeks in. You didn't have an idea. You wanted to quit, didn't you? You was ready to
Yeah,
quit.
yeah.
Tell,
So
tell, tell me that. Tell me about that.
I'm not an ideas person. I'm the person that gets given an idea and then I'll run with that idea. So I've always struggled throughout my working life and my childhood of being that ideas person. I'm just not very idea focused. I can't come up with ideas. I really struggle with it. And 3 weeks in, I was still in that stage of being like, oh, what am I going to do? I'm going to make a dog walking app. I'm going to do this. Am I going to do something to do with pubs, or am I going to do something like this? And I was just in that mindset of thinking of lots of things, of bits of tools that I might use, or other people might use, and just going round and round and round in circles. And I just got into a hole of like, I've joined up something, I'm doing something with Matt, and I'm enjoying the aspect of it, and I'm enjoying parts of it, but I'm just stuck in that idea hole. And I just couldn't work out an idea. And I was using AI because that's what I thought I should be doing, asking AI, what should I be developing? What should I be doing? And it was just going again round in one circle, and I was just feeling worse and worse. And then had a conversation with Matt, and that eureka moment where I was just overcomplicating it, and I wasn't looking at the things that maybe frustrate me in my life, or things that I currently do that I could probably do better, or I might be spending money on using a competitor's bit of software that I'm thinking, why is it that costing me so much money when I'm learning and being given the skills to be able to do it at a fraction of the price?
And it was a voice note that I sent you, weren't it? That
Yeah.
kind of took you from. You'd not told me that you were ready to quit. You were ready to throw the towel in. You were hating the process. You'd not told me that. I just, I'm very good at getting into the minds of people and like understanding where they're at. And it wasn't specific to James. It was to the whole one-to-one group. But it was the right message at the right time for you, weren't it, James? That sparked you on, and actually made you one of my superstar students. You've gone from I want to quit. I don't have an idea. I've got my idea. I've run with it and built this amazing piece of software. So that's awesome. Do you remember getting that message and how it made you feel?
Yeah, I remember getting the message. To be honest with you, I need to go back and listen to the message again because it was a very much like you hit the nail on the spot, and it made me feel like I wasn't alone to some degree because I was like I felt proper down. I was just like I've done this and I've been here, and now I don't know what I'm doing, and was really looking forward to doing it, and I don't want to fail. I want to make it a success. And I remember it like listening to the message and me message you being like, this is how I feel right now. And from that, I then realized what I wanted to do, realized that it was something that was staring me in the face, and I'd been going round it and round it and round it and finding different avenues of it. And it was there all along, and I just needed to focus on it and
But
deliver.
that was my job as a mentor to notice at that moment that's what you needed, gave you, yeah. And not only did you not quit, you're here with some amazing software. So that's great.
I like the idea of having a business that doesn't hold physical stock that I currently have in my current business. So that was one of my main things of being able to have a service or a bit of software that's not physical stock, and then also the development side of things. I quite like the building side of it,
Yeah.
and I like being creative.
How have you found the build process? Has it tickled that creative urge? And
Yeah, definitely.
yeah,
The creating side of things, so the making the pages, making the images, playing with the UI, really, yeah, it's like we've talked about it before. It's like a drug. Like you don't want to stop when you're on that creative level.
yeah,
Um, you're addicted. You want more of it. I want to keep making this look prettier. I want to keep on adding pages onto it. I want to keep expanding, and then you realize no, you need to fix all the other things that you're starting to create and that don't
yeah.
quite line up yet. But yeah, it definitely feels like a little bit of a drug when you're in that headspace of creating stuff.
It's actually fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's actually fun. Okay, so how from the beginning when you're looking at this thinking, I don't know how to do this, can I even do this? Oh my God, I want to quit and all that stuff. How would you say your confidence and identity has shifted?
Yeah. So when I first started doing this, the way I used AI in my work life and my life just wasn't really, it wasn't there. And since coming on board doing this course, I've completely changed the way I'm working, completely changed the way that I operate. My daily is now mainly driven by AI. So I've gone into the space not really knowing what it is, and then now potentially it's my best friend because I speak to it probably more than I speak to some of my friends. Um, so yeah, it's definitely changed, and obviously the AI space is constantly evolving. Something that we were doing a month ago, we're doing completely differently today, and it is constantly evolving. And if anything, it is getting better and getting more advanced, and it's making things that I was doing when I first started this journey, when I first started building, I'm doing something completely different now. Something that would have taken me 3 days to do is now taking me a couple of hours. It's evolved that much in that time space.
It's
And
crazy
probably
how fast it's moving. Yeah,
yeah, and probably some
crazy.
of my frustrations I'm having this week with it, I won't be having in a couple of weeks' time because they'll have evolved it that much further that it's just a click of a button.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So looking at your finished product or almost finished product, so you're not quite launch ready yet, but you're getting there. What surprises you most about what you've accomplished when you look back at how you felt before, and then you look at what you've got now?
Seeing almost the finished product and how much I understand how much it should have taken me and how much time and effort and money it should have taken me to get where I am at the moment is a bit like this is going to be massive. Like this is going to change the industry that we know it.
So how do you feel about the time and investment that you made in learning the skill and building your software? How do you feel about it now?
Yeah, so I've gained skills from this that I will keep on using moving forward. Even if my app and my bit of software that I've developed doesn't take off and doesn't work and people don't like it, I've taken away skills that I can then take to another project, or I can take to someone else's project and say, yeah, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. The way I'm using AI now has completely changed my work life. Things that I was spending hours on doing, I'm now spending seconds on. I'm using an AI agent to operate my emails. I'm using an AI agent to post on social media. Yeah, the whole process has changed the way I'm working, and if anything, it's getting better. And then hopefully I can take these tasks and pass them on to some of my customers or some of my clients down the line.
Amazing. So based on the feedback you've got from the people you've shown it to, because I know that you showed it to our one-to-one, maybe it was the group coaching
Yep, group
crew,
coaching.
and you got some feedback from them, and presumably you've shared it around a few people that you know, or some friends or something. What's the initial feedback looking like from your
So the
software?
initial feedback, I've showed it to obviously the group coaching, and they were pretty blown away with it. Some of them messaged me afterwards, being like, "This is cool. I want to run my own products." Throughout, not even I didn't even know that some of the people I was showing it to are on Amazon. They have their own products, so that was pretty
Yeah,
like. He was like, "Once it's ready, I'd really like to be one of your beta testers." So I was like, "Yeah, definitely." I've shown it to someone that didn't know anything about it, didn't know that I was doing it. Is aware of e-commerce, has sold stuff on the past. I showed him it, and he just looked at it and smiled and be like, "Is it like?" is it white label software? Have you bought someone's software and then you've just put your logo on it? And I was like, no, I've made it. And he just couldn't get like, he was like, so what you coding in? Like, he was like, I understand a little bit. He's like, what are you writing this in? Like, he was like, who are you paying people? Are you paying people offshore to do this for you? And I explained
Mind
it to
blowing.
him, and he was mind blown, and he was like, I need to see this when it's finished. And every time I show it him, he's just like, what? You can just see he's really smirked, but he's a bit glum because he's like, how has he done this? Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, that was a pretty like smile, nice moment. And then some other people I've shown it to them way before it was looking as crisp as I think it is now. And they were like, yeah, I want to get on board. Let's give this a try. So yeah, the early viewing of people of it are a bit blown away by it. So yeah,
Yeah. So does that make you excited to get to launch?
it makes me excited. It also makes me a little bit nervous. Obviously, it's been
Of
my
course.
baby for like the last, I don't know how many months I've been at it for. It's like my little baby that I'm going to be putting out into the world. And obviously, I want it
Yeah.
to be a success and I want people to like it. But I also want people to be hard and give me criticism and say, this could be better and this could be better so we can continue on growing. But yeah, I'm excited to get it launched. Hopefully, by the end of the month, it'll be out there and everyone will be able to use it.
So if you just as a little bit of promo for you, James, if I know I've got some straggler Amazon and e-commerce lot. If you any of you guys want to jump on James's beta, I don't know how best to contact you. Have you got a working email address on the site or something that they
Yeah,
could
so
email or?
info at auditmylistings.com.
Okay, cool. So if you want to jump on James's beta and actually try this out for yourself, drop him an email and he'll give you access. So that's cool. All right. So you're excited about launch. You've done amazing stuff. What would you tell someone who thinks that they insert self-limiting belief here about building their own software now with AI? You know, whether it's they can't afford it or they can't do it because they're not technical enough or they can't code or whatever the self-limiting belief is there. Do you feel like pretty much anybody that applied themselves to this process, as long as they're open-minded and willing to learn and willing to actually do stuff, do you think anybody could pretty much do this?
Yeah, you've hit it on the nail on the head. So if you're open-minded and you're willing to learn, you're willing to set yourself targets, you're willing to set yourself goals and be like, I need to be here, I need to be here by this time, I need to be here by this time. Anyone can do this. Yeah, anyone could do this. I think my understanding of how AI is changing the way we live and the way we work has probably been the biggest take from it. Before
Yeah,
I started doing this, I just wasn't using AI how I should be. I wasn't building prompts. I wasn't asking AI, how can I make this better? I was asking AI like we speak to Google or we speak to other search engines, classing it as it's just a search, but no, it's a lot more than that. You ask it questions, you can ask it advanced questions, it can tell you how to do something that you might be struggling with. It can write you advanced coding, it can write you advanced emails, it can help with and or build or make better almost every part of your life. So I think that's the biggest I've
yeah.
taken from it. The way I use AI has completely changed drastically over the last couple of months.
It literally becomes like a team member, doesn't it? Like you might start using it like Google, and then you end up using it like it's your wife or not wife, maybe not wife, but like it's like somebody that works for you or something, and you're
Yeah,
just
it
like,
literally feels like it's someone that works for me that's my admin now.
but
And
not just admin, is it? It's like senior development team rolled into one
yeah,
admin, advisor, business partner. It feels like everything, doesn't it, when you're using it properly?
yeah. I've run an e-commerce business for the last couple of years, and I've enjoyed massive aspects of it, and then I've not enjoyed some aspects of it. I enjoy working for myself, and I was in that stage of my work life where I was like, I want my next thing. I want something else. I can focus on something else. I can enjoy. And I was searching for that, and I think I found it. I think that me developing software and having software as a business is something I enjoy, something I'm passionate about, and something that I'm hoping I can do as a business and continue doing as a business.
If somebody's watching this and they don't have an idea, they don't think they could do it, they don't think they could afford to do it, they don't think they could use AI, they don't think they could code. Essentially, they're just filled with self-limiting beliefs as to why they couldn't start their own AI based software as a service business, what would your message to those people or that person watching this be?
Anyone can do it. There's the cost involved are minute, to be honest with you. How much it costs me to be where I am today on this software should be in the hundreds of thousands. It's in the thousands. Like the
Yeah,
cost of where I am now is very, very small. And if you keep it to a task that might be something that's really frustrating and not very complicated, you could build a bit of software and it could be ready to go within a couple of weeks for hundreds of pounds or dollars. It's
yeah,
down to yourself to do that. And if you've got that mindset of where I want to be and what I want to get to, anyone can do this. It is as simple as that. Even I've showed it to my partner and she's looking at it being like, oh, I could do this. Like I could do this
yeah.
in my job. I could do this. And then some of my friends that I've showed it to, and some of the other people that I'm sure are probably watching this, going, "This looks really cool. I could do this, and I could make it for this idea." Like, if you're already thinking that, you're right for this, and you could probably sign up. You could help have Matt's help, my help, hopefully, and some of the other people that have done it, that have done very well at it, and are hopefully launching a bit of software, and we'll all say the same thing. Like, it is really easy. You just need to have that right mindset.
Yeah, awesome. James, it's been a pleasure, mate. Thanks so much for jumping on and sharing your journey with us so far. I look forward to seeing where you go to after you've launched, and not just after you launch, 6 months, 12 months from now, see where you are, see if we can get you to, I don't know, 5K MRR, 12, 10K MRR, 20K MRR, who knows? It's so scalable. We'll only know when we try. So, yeah, thanks for sharing that journey, mate. And yeah, is there anything else you want to say before we go?
Now that's it. Thank you, Matt. Yeah, I've
Awesome.
enjoyed it so far, and yeah, I'm enjoying where it's going. So hopefully, the sky's the limit.
Great stuff. All right, mate. Thank you.